So welcome back again to the channel. So let's talk about Russia and Ukraine crisis. What will happen now? They're having a negotiation, peace talk in Gomel region of Belarus, which is on the border of Belarus and Ukraine. So now what will happen next is this. They will come out. This is just my prediction, okay? Just a random guy on YouTube, so don't just take my word to it. So, okay, but just my own calculation or analysis. I could be right, I could be wrong. Who knows? So, what will happen is this: they will reach an agreement that Ukraine will stay neutral, no NATO for Ukraine, and Ukraine will give those Russian-speaking areas or regions of Ukraine autonomy. They will be autonomous, okay? They will have their own autonomy and speak and practice their language and culture with no interference, okay? So, there'll be no interference. They will give them equal powers, okay, of veto. This is what is going to happen. If Ukraine does not agree to this, then it's going to get worse for Ukraine. Trust me. It will gonna get worse, because where we see Russia moving in slow, it's just putting in pressure, come for an agreement. Russia didn't go in with full force to occupy, you understand? They didn't go into that, you understand? They went in there to put pressure, encircling Kyiv, putting pressure, so that Ukraine President Zelensky will now say, okay, let's go for negotiation. You understand? Now, another thing is this, because Russia wouldn't want him to go on exile, trust me, they wouldn't want Zelensky to go on exile. But if Zelensky does not agree to whatever negotiation that is being given, then he will have to go on exile. Trust me, because now they will mark him out and they will take him out. But trust me, also, we know that 2014 there was a coup whereby Viktor Yanukovych was removed from office, but he was democratically elected. So if we are talking about Ukraine being a democracy, we should also point that as well. Okay, so now if he was removed from office, then you have Poroshenko and the rest of them up to Zelensky. Okay. So now in the mind of the Russian speakers of Ukraine, they consider Zelensky illegitimate, whereby they didn't even participate in the election. You understand? And most of them were cut off. Well, to them, they don't mind, they don't care. But now, another point is this. You see the Chernobyl nuclear power station will be under the control and supervision of Russia. It will not get back under Ukraine's control anymore. It is lost. Ukraine has lost the control of it, and they have lost the control of it because of that speech Zelensky made in Munich Security Conference, whereby he said they will resort to production of nuclear weapons. So it will cost them the control of that nuclear power plant in Chernobyl. They've lost control of it, and they will never be in control of it again. Okay. Another thing is the Black Sea. They will lose control of there as well. Trust me. Now, what will happen next is this, in terms of the world politics as well. So what will happen next is the current practice global order, which we are practicing currently now. There's an imbalance right now. There's an unbalanced force, which is like when we go back to law of motion and all of that. Isaac Newton's first law of motion says the body, remains its uniformly in motion except acted upon by an external unbalanced force. So that one comes into play now, in a sense that the Ukraine crisis brings about the death of the unipolar world. Western exceptionalism is dead. This crisis brings about the death of it. It will also bring about the reformation of the United Nations Security Council and United Nations as well. It will bring about it. This Russia-Ukraine crisis, what next it brings is it will bring about a balance to the world powers, a balance to the West. So Russia is now acting as a balancing force. Okay, now China will also come in with its own economic power to balance, everything. Because if you look at it, SWIFT and all of that, so soon people will start pulling away from SWIFT, because now you have the continental Africa having PAPS, that's a Pan-African Payment and Settlement Systems, which is its own financial system, and you have China has its own, Russia has its own, and SWIFT itself, Africa spent a lot of money in SWIFT. So now, with implementation, if African leaders take opportunity of this crisis, the opportunity that this crisis brings, and implement and strengthen the PAPS system, oh my goodness, the SWIFT system will be obsolete. The SWIFT system is just a messaging platform between Bank A and Bank B. It doesn't really, and really facilitate. It doesn't really transfer money. Okay, so now Russia still have options. Okay. So I'm really looking at the opportunities there. Would it really affect Russian economy? Oh no, it's not, because the Russian economy has been self-sufficient for some time now. So they've built it, and on the long run, it's gonna pay off for them. So it's also an opportunity. What needs to bring this military adventurisms of the West will come to a halt. That's what it brings now, because this same energy that is being used on Ukraine, because it's happening on European soil, trust me, if it's gonna happen elsewhere that is other than European soil, people will rise up and point to these videos for Western governments. We'll see if there will be sanctions. If there's no sanctions, then you will see more people turning around. And also it's just a part of it, and a good number of us will also come down to the fact that we all understand that the world is a beautiful place. What happens now is there will be balance in the world. Trust me, there will be balance in the world. And the likes of North Korea would never disarm their nuclear warheads. They would never denuclearize. Trust me, that's one of the effects of this will bring. They would never denuclearize. Will Iran have a nuclear weapon? Oh yes, Iran will facilitate now to have a nuclear weapon. Now, what about Israel strikes in Syria? It will bring that to a halt as well. You understand? It will bring that to a halt as well. Trust me, because people now, there are forces, that is brewing, watching the West and how they react to Ukraine, Russia crisis. Now, wherever any event takes place, trust me, under any guise or pretext, people will rise up. It's going to have effect. Well, for now, there'll be much more. It will bring about the death of the unipolar world order, and spring up the birth and rise of the multipolar world order. Okay, it will also bring the Western, hegemony and having all the powers and everything concentrated on them. It will bring that also to an end as well. And power will, although it's already shifted to the east, but it will keep moving, diversing to other regions of the world. What else will happen is, this is just my predictions. I might be right, I might be wrong. So, well, for now, I would like to stop here. There was a lot more that will happen, but just want to cut it short. I will stop here. FIFA should be careful with getting themselves involved in politics as well, because if there's any military adventurism by the Western powers anywhere, EU, the FIFA and the UEFA, they should also watch themselves, because we'll be watching if they will ban sporting events in those areas. Because if they don't, then we will see what will happen, because now the people are waking up, people are getting wiser, people are getting educated more, people are really studying and looking at how things are. So, but there are other things that will take place. But for now, I would like to stop here. Don't forget to like this video, share, and also subscribe to the channel. I'll put in the links, Vice and all that stuff that I said in the video, and we'll see how it works. Thank you.